When you step out on faith, you know, you can hear a lot of things coming back at you that are not so nice, but I said, I'm going to stay the course because I love what I do, and that's what's going to rise above anything anyone else is going to say.
Right.
It's my love for it, and my love for my actors.
Right, right.
know.
Now, I'm going to read a quote from your website. It says, Marishka takes a very organic and spiritual approach to the craft of acting. She says, when I walk into the studio, I never know what's going to happen. I approach this craft with divine humility. I give 210%, and I don't expect anything less from the actors.
Amen.
210%, that's a lot,
All
child.
the way, all the way. You know, why half? I don't know if I could say it, but why go half-seas on it? You know, you just got to go all in.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to go all in so that you know what you're really working with.
Right, and we witnessed some of your work with some of the students recently, and you go into some very deep places with these people, forcing them to feel things that they may not even have ever felt before.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely an excavation of stuff. I use events and from their own lives to bring to the surface, and then once it's, you know, to the surface in the forefront of their spirit, as I say, they give it over to character, so that the character is a real walking, talking, three-dimensional human being.
Yeah, yeah. As I said, we were visiting at the Actors School, and we're going to show a clip from that afternoon.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
Thank you. So let's just do this. Everybody just get yourself grounded. Be flat, relax. Everybody take a deep breath and release the sound off. Breathe into where you feel your instrument holding tension. And release the sound off. Palms up on your lap. I want you to put yourself in front of yourself at 5 years old. See your 5-year-old self. And feel your 5-year-old hands resting in your hands. Your adult hands, your grown-up hands, your older hands. I love that you are so... Go, everyone. Okay, keep going. I love that you are so... Keep going. I see the struggle. Just speak to her. She needs to hear this. She needs permission from you to play. Just tell them I love you and you're safe. It's okay to come out and play today. I got you. Got you. Good, now pull them in and wrap your arms around them. Breathe into them. I want you to enmesh their energy into you. Now I want you to think of a time, one particular time in your life when you were misunderstood. A time in your life when you were grossly misunderstood, whether it was something that you said that was misconstrued, something that you did that was misconstrued, but it just went south fast. Breathe into that sensation. Now I want you to start thinking of the circumstances surrounding that event. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Answer them internally until I ask you to speak out. Now, the need is the universal language for the actor, storyteller. Whether you're singing, speaking, even dancing, you can dance through that sensation. So we simply bring that to the forefront by simply speaking it out over and over until I say stop, starting with the words I need, everyone together, and go. I need. I need. I need. I need. I need. I need. Now make it a plea. Please what? Start with the word please. Make it a plea. Please.
Please understand my
Please.
Please
accept me.
don't take it.
Please what?
Stop.
Please believe.
Please stop. Okay, good. Please. what?
Please believe.
Again,
Dream.
Ty, please what?
Understand the artist said.
Good, go, now speak that out, please, go. Everybody together, go, please.
No, that wasn't mine.
Again, please,
No, that wasn't mine.
please, go.
No, that's
Find your voice, please, go. Find your voice, please, go. Please do the 5-year-old, please do the 5-year-old, please what?
Please.
Please do the 5-year-old, they know better than we do sometimes, go. Please what?
Please no, I didn't mean.
Again.
Please no, I didn't mean.
Okay, good. Now, in this event, there's something that you wanted to say and or do that you didn't. I want you to find the words, give yourself permission, and get it out now. Go! Now, ask yourself, why didn't I? In that moment. Just answer that internally. See that? Feel that sensation? Be aware of where it is in your instrument. This is the sensation that drove you to say and do the things you did in this event. Get really, really clear. You gotta own that.
Welcome back to the Noshing with Nina show. Today we're filming on location at the Marishka Phillips Theatrical Prepatory, and we have the privilege of being able to observe one of the workshops that's going on today. Stay tuned.
You were playing the words as opposed to the internal visceral truth. Now, there's some sort of denial between you and this relationship right now. I don't know what it is. And if, please, I'm all about correct me if I'm wrong, but you're busy saying that it wasn't a civilian thing when I feel like it was a civilian issue taking precedent over your artistic power and really full on, face-to-face, gut bucket dealing with this event that you and this that the character is putting you and this person in. So although you may say, I would never talk to this person like that, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the character now. We're just using the people and the events in your life to make it personal and to give it an emotional investment. So if you avoid the emotional investment that you have with this person because of, the outside, the civilian world of what this relationship is, it doesn't give your artist permission to act. You can't act under an obligation to any given set of circumstances or relationships. You can't act under an obligation. So even though I've gotten monologues of, like it was a confrontation between me and my mother, I would jump off of a high ledge before I speak to my mother like this. Let's just get clear. But the character calls for me to not only confront my mother, but in the monologue that I was doing, it was cursing. And as old as I am, I would still never disrespect my mother in that sense. But as the actor, I have to give myself full artistic power and precedent over whatever I may do outside of my actor. In the piece on your fourth wall, did you put your actual father or father figure? Or another relationship?
Father. Yeah.
Okay. Can I try something? Okay. If you don't mind, can you turn the camera off? Sure. Okay, just stand up for a second.
You're just gonna sit there and stare at me with a blank, cold stare. When did we become so far removed from each other? Do you even remember? I can't. But it's been fucking years. Do you know what that feels like? Do you? It feels like dropping onto sharp fucking rocks. opened up my heart to you, and you crushed it. I showed you my soul. And you didn't even care. How can I find a way into you? What do I have to do? I can't do this anymore. So if we can't move forward past this point, I'm done. Once the door closes, it's cemented shut.
Good, yeah. What are you aware of?
I'm aware that it felt less like acting and more like
Like what?
living truthfully
And
under imaginary circumstances.
You had an experience though, right?
Yes.
It felt like an experience,
Yeah.
right? So now, let's get the tools engaged. Now that you broke open and that you're in your truth. Let me ask you a question. Where do you feel the sensation of this, daddy? Where do you feel the sensation of the need and the exercise we went through? Where does it land?
Here.
Heartbreak?
Yeah.
Get clear. So now you know that's where you can go. You can go there. It's in your arsenal. Now, it doesn't matter if it's a love relationship, a romantic relationship, a sister relationship. If the character's heart gets broken, boom, right there. You feel me?
Yes.
What I found in that first exploration was that you love storytelling and that you love the craft. Like your passion for the craft was just like on top of everything. So that's what I appreciate about it. And when you said put on, I understood that too, because like I said, it felt like you were more so playing the words. But that, to me, is very Shakespearean, because me breaking down Shakespeare accents, I find the actions actually in the text of Shakespeare. Have you studied that? Be careful. Two different beasts, Shakespeare and contemporary. So while I appreciate that you had a great handle on the text and the energies in the text, if you don't fully internalize it with the other stuff, with the emotional investment and really dealing with full on what the relationship is, it does come off a little, as you say, put on. I never used that term, but I understood exactly what you meant. How did it feel have you ever done an exercise like that drops you into like a bottom?
Yes, but it's never felt like that. So no.
Let us into the intimacy, and that is with your need being operating. Whatever that feeling is, when I said, ask yourself, why didn't I? And then something kind of shifted in your spirit, that is the need in operation. Know that there's a sensation that you must speak through, or we don't get to care about your character. We just say, and it'll come off on our side as like not bad but safe. this actor didn't take any risk, and you could bet that someone's gonna come in after you and take that risk if you're that safe actor and you don't feel something visceral that you're giving to them. You have to give more of yourself over to the character than not. It really is more of you than not. So I just want you to kind of get that mindset. If this is the kind of acting you want to do, I really unearth, I really excavate. And that just one layer, I usually do like maybe 7 layers when I'm working with an actor. Okay, let's get your 7 layers going so that when you're in your trailer or in your dressing room, you have your character music on and you can just steep yourself in these 7 layers so that when action is called, you got all this stuff is operating.
Welcome back. So you see, that was very intense what some of those kids are bringing to the surface in front of strangers in some cases.
And I love that they trust me to do that. You know, I always say to any actor, be careful who you trust your instrument to. You know, this is your instrument. This is all you have. This is what you bring to the table. This is your wealth of knowledge. Everything in there is all you need to bring any character to life. And you have to be careful who you trust it with, you know, and just be aware. Just be aware.